Hey everybody, this is Gina Mizell from the Oregonian and OregonLive.com coming at you on my final day of my tour through Utah to report on a story on new Oregon State football coach Gary Andersen. I am back in Salt Lake City and actually at Cottonwood High School right now where Gary Andersen played his high school football, but he will fully admit, and so will the people close to him, that he was not a star athlete in high school. In fact, he was a little bit of a late bloomer. He was very small when he first got to high school and then eventually went through a big growth spurt one of his summers between while he was in high school, and eventually got a chance to get some playing time his senior year as a center. But he also, of course, wasn't a blue chip major college prospect. He winds up walking on at Ricks College in Idaho, developing into a junior college All-American, and then finished his career, of course, at Utah. And so I've spent about 2.5 days here in Salt Lake City talking to people from his family, his two older brothers, twins Mark and Clark, to his mom Barbara, to some close friends who have known him since they were kids, and Kelly and Troy Davis. And it's been really cool to get the perspective of these folks who have really watched Andersen's career develop, whether it was as an athlete to somebody who barely played varsity high school football to somebody who was in camp with the Los Angeles Rams before multiple knee injuries, including one during training camp that sort of derailed his playing career. And then, of course, as a coach as well. I mean, those early years in a coaching career aren't always the most glamorous or the most fun, and they've really watched him go from a guy who was, started out at Ricks College to, of course, establishing himself as Kyle Whittingham's right-hand man at Utah, and then eventually going off on his own and becoming the head coach at Utah State and Wisconsin and now Oregon State. So it's been, I'll tell you what, the family and friends are pretty excited that he is at Oregon State, just because it's a lot easier to get between Salt Lake City and Corvallis than maybe it was to get to Madison, Wisconsin, or some other stops along his coaching career. And of course, now that Utah is part of the Pac-12, it presents opportunities like the one on Halloween, where Gary Andersen's going to get a chance to face his old boss and Kyle Whittingham, to play in Salt Lake City against his alma mater, I guess coach in Salt Lake City against his alma mater. And I know people are really excited about that game, and it's certainly something that even people in town have been talking about for months. So that's going to do it for my journey through Utah. It's been a lot of fun, gotten to talk to a lot of interesting people, see a lot of interesting places, and again, this is for a bigger story or a bigger package that's going to run later on this summer. But it's been really fun to take you guys, the readers, kind of along this journey with me, and I hope you've enjoyed sort of the snapshots along the way. And trust me, there is a lot more coming than what I've revealed so far. So keep an eye out. I'll let you know when this big package runs. But until then, keep reading The Oregonian and OregonLive.com. Thanks so much.